These are definitely interesting questions. Watch this. This is really cool. If you read the question, it says determine the value or values. Usually when they give you this, there's probably going to be more than one. How do you know this? This is because look, the theta, the angle you're looking for, is somewhere in that rotation of 0 to 360 degrees. Well, what is 0 to 360 degrees? Well, there's 0. It's got to be all the way around to 360 degrees. So it means it could be in any one of the 4 quadrants. Oh, man. And then the worst part is this, without using technology. Ah! Okay, so in other words, you really got to know what you're doing. This is encompassing everything that we've done so far. Cast, special triangles, everything, a little bit of detective work and everything else. Okay, so how do we attack a problem like this? Real simple. Watch. Watch, watch, watch. First things first. Notice this right there. It's negative. Your cosine is negative. Tells you immediately go to cast. Look, your cast rule is here. Add sugar to coffee. Where is cosine negative? Cosine is negative here and here. So that's why it says values, by the way, because then you have a possible angle here and another possible angle down here. You just got to figure out what those angles are. Great. Now, how do you do that? Here's a trick. Ready for this? This freaks people out when I first do this. Trust me, it's probably going to freak you out too. Once you figure out the cast rule and you know your angles are here and here, here's what you have to do. You take the absolute value of this. Immediately, that changes this from cosine theta to cosine theta reference is root 3 over 2. In other words, now you're finding the reference angle. You're no longer finding cosine theta. Oh, well, what does this mean later? Trust me on this. I got you. Okay, follow along with me, and you're going to go, oh, I see. Now, root 3 over 2 should send off bells and whistles because it says without using technology, right? Okay, so root 3 over 2, yes, you figured it out, is a special triangle. Look at that. There's the 60, there's the 30, there's the 90. 1, 2, root 3. And remember, cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse. Well, there's your hypotenuse right there. Of course, your adjacent has got to be, oh, guess what? Your theta reference, your reference angle is 30 degrees. Well, wait a second. We did a whole bunch of questions with theta references and finding out the angles, didn't we? Yeah, go back a couple podcasts. That means that this guy here is 30 degrees right here. So now you can find this angle in standard position because it's all about the x. It's all about 180 degrees. 180 degrees, take the 30 off. So 180 degrees minus the 30 degrees gives you one of the angles is 150. So that angle right here is 150 degrees. That's one of your potentials. Right there. But you haven't found the other one yet because you have to go all the way around to this guy right here. Well, you know that that's going to be 30 degrees as well because that's your reference angle. See how important it is to find the reference angle. Okay, so you've gone past 180 degrees, so this is 180 degrees plus the 30 degrees that you went past it. Of course, this is going to give you your 210 degrees. That's going to be 210. So your two angles are 150 and 210. See, you got to do a little bit of detective work in order to figure this one out, hey? Aha, okay. So let's summarize what we did. First things first, you used the cast rule. Second thing you did is you used the absolute value to find the reference angle. And then the third thing you did is you used the special triangles, okay? Special triangles to figure things out. Then go back and then, of course, using the cast rule again, you know where these guys are, add them to the 180 or subtract them from the 360 or whatever you have to do. This is the adding the 180 or subtracting it from 180 or whatever it is to find out that actual angle. So that's the angle in standard position. It's a 4-step process that you got to follow. Watch, I'll do it again for this one over here. Okay, let me clean this up. Hold on. Okay, you ready? Let's do it for this B. Watch this. Super simple. Again, dun, 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 it's got a sign here. So obviously, we have to use the cast rule again. Look, add sugar to coffee. Where is sign negative? Sign is negative here and here. That's why, again, this is values. You're going to find two angles. You with me? Perfect. That's this. Boom. Second step now, absolute value this. The absolute value this makes this into a positive 1 over root 2. Now, to me, again, that looks an awful lot like a special triangle. Well, what special triangle? Is it the 30, 60, 90? Well, you know what? Draw it out. I can't remember. Okay, I can't remember. That is 1, 2, root 3. And if you look, there is no root 2 in this one. So since there's no root 2 in this one, that can't be the right triangle that we're dealing with. Okay, this is the right triangle that we're dealing with. There's the 45 degrees. 1, 1, there's the root 2, right? Sine, remember, is opposite over hypotenuse. Opposite, boom, is 1. Hypotenuse is root 2. So it's got to be 45 degrees. Now, when you take this absolute value, remember, you're dealing with the reference angle now. You're dealing with the reference angle now. Be careful. So the reference angle, not the angle in standard position, the reference angle is the 45 degrees. Beautiful. Check this out. You're going to put the 45 degrees here because remember, all reference angles deal with the x-axis. So that's 45 degrees. That's 45 degrees. Right? So how do you actually find this? So we did this. We found the special triangle. We did that. Now we just have to either add it to the 180 or subtract it from the 180 or the 360. We have to figure out this angle in standard position. So go all the way around. So this is going to be 180 degrees plus the 45 degrees. That's going to give you your 225 degrees. That's 225 degrees. There it is. Now, for the other one, if you think about it, is all the way around to here, which again is off 360. So 360 degrees, take away the 45 degrees, gives you your 315 degrees. That's going to be 315 degrees. So your two angles are 225 and 315. If you don't believe me, throw it in your calculator and you'll see the exact same result.